The boy who carried the sun, the shadow of poverty. He was born in a broken hut. Rain leaked through the ceiling every night. His mother cried quietly in darkness. His father worked endless hours for pennies. Food was never enough for all. Hunger became his childhood companion. Shoes were a dream, not reality. Books were torn, borrowed, or missing. The village mocked his ragged clothes. They said, "He will remain poor forever." Every insult pierced like sharp arrows. He wanted to scream but stayed silent. Loneliness wrapped him like a cold blanket. He wished for light but saw shadows. He asked the sky, "Oh, why me?" The sky gave no answer, yet deep in his eyes fire remained. He promised himself, "Oh, one day I'll rise. Even if the world calls me nothing, even if life keeps me in chains." The first spark of dream one morning, he saw children in uniforms. They laughed with joy on the school road. Their hands carried books like treasures. He felt a storm inside his chest. He wanted that life too. He wanted to touch knowledge. He wanted to escape poverty's prison. His dream began that very day. It was not money, but dignity. Not luxury, but opportunity. He wanted to give his mother peace. He wanted to give his father rest. He wanted to prove them all wrong. That dream became his heartbeat. He worked in fields all day. At night he studied under lanterns. Mosquitoes bit his skin endlessly, but nothing broke his focus. He had chosen his path, the path of rising through knowledge. The weight of struggles, every step was filled with obstacles, filled with obstacles. People mocked his broken accent. Teachers ignored his torn notebooks. Friends laughed at his dirty shoes. He carried shame like a burden, but he never stopped walking forward. He worked in tea stalls after school. He sold newspapers before sunrise. He washed dishes when others played. His hands were rough before teenage, but his eyes were sharp with fire. His soul whispered, "Keep moving forward." The world will never understand your struggle, but one day they will clap. His nights were endless, days exhausting, but he carried both with pride. Every coin earned was fuel for books. Every drop of sweat was a brick for the palace of dreams, a palace he was still building. The turning point one evening, he fainted from hunger. A kind teacher found him on the road. She asked, "Why suffer this much?" He replied, "Because I see the sun." The teacher was stunned by his fire. She decided to help quietly. She gave him extra books. She gave him meals without charge. She gave him hope when none existed. That teacher became his guardian angel. Her kindness lit a brighter fire. Now he studied with double energy. He saw exams not as fear, but as stepping stones to greatness. He failed once, twice, even thrice, but he kept rising again and again. Failure was no longer shame. It was his teacher of resilience. The turning point was not passing. It was refusing to quit. The rise from ashes years later, his name shined on boards. He topped the district in exams. The same villagers stood in shock. They once mocked his torn clothes. Now they whispered his name with respect. His success was not just his. It belonged to his parents' sacrifice. It belonged to his teacher's kindness. It belonged to his sleepless nights. He walked taller, not with arrogance, but with the dignity he once lacked. The boy who carried shame now carried pride. The boy who carried hunger now carried strength. He realized every scar was beautiful. Every tear was fuel for dreams. His life was no longer shadow. It was light for others. He became a symbol of hope, a star born from darkness. The transformation into a leader, he didn't stop with his own victory. He returned to his poor village. He built schools where none existed. He gave free books to children. He gave free meals to the hungry. He told them, "I was you once." His story spread across towns and cities. Crowds gathered to hear his words. He became not just a student, but a leader of thousands. He carried the sun in his heart and spread its warmth everywhere. He showed the world what resilience means. He showed the world poverty is not destiny. He showed the world courage changes fate. The boy had turned into a giant, not of power, but of inspiration. And millions looked up to him. Millions followed his fire. The lesson of his life, he taught that no pain is wasted. Every tear builds hidden strength. Every failure hides a lesson. Every insult is fuel for fire. Every rejection is redirection. Dreams are born in broken places. Stars shine brightest in darkest nights. Success is not about money. It is about breaking chains. It is about creating light. Poverty cannot kill dreams. Fear cannot kill courage. Only giving up kills destiny. And he never gave up. That was his secret. That was his power. And it can be yours, too. If you dare to rise, if you dare to carry the sun, the call to you now, it's your turn to choose. You may not live in poverty, but you face your own chains. Chains of fear, chains of doubt, chains of rejection, chains of failure. Will you let them define you, or will you rise above them? Your sun is waiting within. Your fire is waiting to ignite. Your story is waiting to inspire. Don't waste it in silence. Don't bury it in fear. Don't let others write your ending. Write it yourself with courage. Stand up, fight back, move forward. Carry your sun through storms. Shine until the world notices, and when they ask a how, tell them because I never gave up.